Hey, second graders. Well, it's our last day of school. I've been busy working on getting a special gift ready for all of you, and I can't wait to see you on Tuesday when you return your stuff. Things that you need to return on Tuesday. I would like your whiteboards that I sent so that you could practice your IXL. I would like any paper math sheets that you did, your math lessons, as well as your word work lessons that you did on paper, and the one reading lesson you did on paper. Only if your mom and dad didn't send me a picture. Some of your moms and dads sent me pictures, and I don't need those back. The other thing I would like back is any books that you borrowed from me or books that you had checked out from the school library. This is the day to take care of that as well. So bring those things on Tuesday. Remember, if your family is deciding to return the Chromebook, that you also need to remember to bring the cord that goes with the Chromebook. There will be special treats from Miss Prash there as well at the parade on Tuesday. When you come back, all the teachers should be sitting alongside the street, and you'll be able to drive by, hand me your work, and I'll hand you your present. However, what I wanted to do to celebrate our end of the year is read to you the story, The Last Day Blues by Julie Danneberg. So, now this teacher is sitting in her classroom on the last day, and if you look behind me, your desks have already all been cleaned up and sanitized. In case you were coming back, they were going to be all ready to be nice and clean, but when you didn't come back, they got moved to the side. It's kind of a sad last day of school, but I bet you are enjoying your time at home. Here we go. Last Day Blues. The kids are in the bus. All the teachers are outside of the windows making sad faces. Okay. Here we go. On the Monday morning before the Friday, that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell took attendance. She sighed as she called out the last name. "I'm going to miss all of you," she said. The kids nodded in agreement. "I'm going to miss my friend," said Shannon. "I'm going to miss Daisy," said Dan. "I'm going to miss chocolate milk and pizza for lunch," said Joe. Everyone felt a little blue thinking of the last day of school, even Daisy the snake. Here they're playing on the playground. That afternoon during recess, the students talked as they hung out on the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell said that she's going to miss us," said Alexandria, swinging from the bar. "We should get a present to cheer her up," said Eddie, hanging upside down by his knees. "I could give her the rest of my sandwich. It's Mom's bologna special," said Josh. "Or a cup of coffee. Or a new pen, the kind with the feathers and the beads." The students thought and thought, but couldn't come with one single idea that they all agreed on. "We'll think of something tomorrow," Eddie assured everyone as they lined up at the drinking fountain. Well, on the Tuesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell read the final page of their last read-aloud book. "I'm going to miss circle time," said Mrs. Hartwell. "I'm going to miss science," said Emily. "And I'm going to miss seeing Mrs. Hartwell wear her safety goggles during science," said Jack, giggling. And so before they got too sad, Mrs. Hartwell put on her safety goggles one last time, just for fun. "We definitely need to cheer Miss Hartwell up," said Andy during recess as he jumped out of a swing. "Any ideas about a present?" Eddie asked. "Nope," they all answered back. On the Wednesday before the Friday, that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell brought in her super-duper sugar cookies with extra frosting. "I'm going to miss snack time, but I can't wait for barbecues by the pool," said Jack. "I'm going to miss recess, but I can't wait to play hide and seek outside after dinner," said Alexandria. "I'll miss school, but I can't wait for summer vacation," said Josh. The class discussed the summer plans and drowned their last day blues with another round of milk and sugar cookies. I don't know whether to be happy or sad today, Andy said the minute they all arrived at the jungle gym. Mrs. Hartwell is sad, said Olivia. She probably doesn't want the year to end. While we're swimming, she'll be reading her old lesson plans, said Walker. And while we're playing, she'll be trying to remember the fun times we had this year, said Dan. And that's when an idea zipped, zapped, and zinged through Eddie's brain. I know exactly what will cheer her up, Eddie said, jumping up and down on the jungle gym. The class agreed it was perfect. On the Thursday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Eddie raised his hand right after Mrs. Hardwell started language arts. We need some privacy, he said. Well, and so Mrs. Hartwood took down the bulletin boards with her back to the class. She never even peeked. Well, maybe only once. Well, on the morning of the Friday that was the last day of school, the students dashed into the classroom. They snapped open the shades for the very last time. They did their chores for the very last time. They fed Daisy for the very last time. As soon as the bell rang, they couldn't wait for Mrs. Hartwell to see her present for the very first time. There's a nice letter. The last day of school makes us so blue. We'll miss recess and pizza and reading too. We'll miss Daisy and cookies and friendships true. Snack time and science and learning new. We'll miss spelling bees for our test review. And groundhogs that play peekaboo. The year has been great, a big wahoo. There are many things to miss, it's true. But mostly what we'll miss is you. Later on during recess, Eddie said, I think Mrs. Hartwell liked her present. I just hope it helps, Margaret said. Poor Miss Hartwell, they all said sadly as they pictured their final goodbye. Teachers must hate the last day of school. We really do. And then it was time. The bell rang. Goodbye, the students called out as they reached the door. Goodbye, Mrs. Hartwell called out after them. And then she returned to her empty classroom. It's just you and me, Daisy, she said. I'm sure going to miss them this summer. But I can't wait for vacation! There she is. I don't think my vacation will be as exciting as that one, but I hope yours is. I really, really enjoyed working with all of you. You each bring something so amazing to my class. I will miss you, and I hope to hear from you continually over the summer, and definitely next fall when I see you. Goodbye and good luck.